已经时时刻刻存在于我们的生活周遭，不管是境内电商或是跨境电商。很多企业可能会想，现在开始还来得及吗？受到这波疫情的影响，跨境电商正在迅速的扩展当中。今天我们非常难得有机会邀请到 Newegg 全球 CEO 鄒果庆先生，以精准掌握北美电商市场的秘密为题，来剖析全球电商规模最大的市场。我们欢迎 Anthony。
Thank you so much for inviting me to share my insight and aspirations on the future of e-commerce. And this is the business I am deeply passionate about, and I'm honored to speak with you today about what I feel are some of the greatest opportunities that lie ahead of our industry. But before we look to the future, let's reflect on how far we have come in the past couple of years, because no discussion about the future of e-commerce can be had without first examining how profoundly the pandemic has changed the e-commerce landscape. In the pandemic's early days, the flow of e-commerce underwent a massive adjustment, almost overnight. Border closed, city lockdown, and remote work and school became the norm for many of us. We experienced as I'm sure many of you also experienced, a rapid increase in demand for goods sold online. Shopping in-store was suddenly risky, and consequently, consumers shop online like never before. This increased demand for online goods was great for business. Online sellers welcomed new customers by the thousands, but it did not take long for this spike in demand to catch up with an infrastructure that simply wasn't prepared to scale at such a magnitude. Supply chain weaknesses were exposed, and world quickly came to realize how interconnected our global economy had become. Manufacturing industries of all sorts learned that the hard way that the disruption in the semiconductor supply chain could spell major delays not only for computers and phones, but also for cars, smart appliances, and virtually any other product with onboard computing powers. And as if that were not enough, in the March of this year, the Suez Canal was blocked for nearly a week, causing a ripple effect that froze much of the world's overseas shipping in their tracks. Despite all these challenges, the e-commerce industry showed its resilience as it expanded throughout the pandemic. And many major e-commerce players saw huge increases in customer acquisition through the year of 2020 and into the year of 2021, with order volume increasing in parallel. Even today, as pandemic restrictions are lifted and life starts to return to normal, and many of those new customers still shop online, not out of necessity, but out of preference. Their shopping behavior have changed. Customers have come to appreciate the convenience of shopping online, and they are choosing to shop online instead of in-store. And this factor combined to present an enormous opportunity for today's savvy e-commerce businesses that have embraced online sales as a way to increase sales on a global scale, but also improve the quality of their interactions and relationship with customers. Over the years, I have held leadership positions at e-commerce companies in Asia as well as the United States. As CEO of a multi-billion-dollar organization that connect both markets, I've come to appreciate how interconnected they are. We have always known how valuable the US market is to suppliers and manufacturers in Asia. But the pandemic brought Asia and the United States closer than ever before. Taiwanese sellers, in particular, have a massive opportunity to tap into the United States market. In the year 2020, Taiwan significantly grew its presence in the global supply chain. Taiwan alone exported hundreds of billions in goods with historic year-over-year growth. When you consider that during the same time period, Hong Kong's economic growth rate declined along with Japan, China, and the United States, you can see that Taiwan outpaced other major markets by a significant margin. At Newegg, we experienced this growth firsthand. Here are some of the key observations of what we believe drove such a strong growth in the Taiwanese sellers. In the year 2020, some of the top-selling categories at Newegg were laptops and computer components. And this was driven by increased demand for brands with a very strong Taiwanese connections, that including ASUS, Acer, Team Group, Liandi computer cases, Superflower power supply, and so on. And furthermore, the trade between the US and Taiwan is currently at all-time high, with the growth that's projected to continue into the years ahead. And looking beyond the tech sector, the year 2020 saw strong growth in sporting goods, driven by a high demand in home fitness products in response to the COVID-related closure of gyms and other fitness studios. For Taiwanese sellers to successfully tap into the US market, it is important to have a strong partner with deep roots in both markets. Navigating cross-border e-commerce can be difficult, and having the right partners on your side can make all the difference. Any company selling across borders should be aware of the challenge that await them. For example, 75% of the customers use different online shopping platforms to serve their needs as they search for the quality and affordability. Customer loyalty can be inconsistent, which is why it is important for sellers to cover as many channels and platforms as they can. Increasing customer retention and the loyalty is an important metric of success. And it can be achieved by knowing what customers like, what gets them interested, and how they like to shop, building an on-site experience that caters to this customer behavior sets sellers up for success. At Newegg, Taiwanese sellers and manufacturers have found the right partners that has the ability to help them navigate many of the pain points often encountered when selling into the US market. And it is critical to focus on delivering the very best customer experience. And this runs much deeper than simply competing on price alone. The shopping experience must be enjoyable, and it is imperative to support customers not only at the point of purchase, but also after the purchase. This means delivering the top-level support and a return policy that reassure your customer that you are with them for the long term. The ideal partner will also help navigate and streamline transportation and order fulfillment. And this includes over-water transport to get your product into the US market, as well as regional distribution, last-mile support to ensure customer order arrive on time every time. Since I rejoined in Newegg in the mid of 2019, we have made substantial changes in our business and organization structure. And many of these changes deal with how we work with vendors and the sellers too, specifically those selling into the North America from overseas. And this includes the launch of several new service offerings for those who use our platform. We are well equipped to sell into all market sectors. Our B2B unit, called the Newegg Business, support the way companies, schools, and government offices purchase. We offer net term like 30 days, an option for leasing and financing, and business customers have access to a specialized team of support team agents. And both our B2B and B2C unit operates under three distinct but connected business models. Number one, our direct seller model. And this business model where we source, purchase, own, and ship inventory to consumers and businesses. And this, we are mainly focused on Tier 1 computer components product across prominent suppliers and vendors, such as Intel, AMD, HP, Dell, Microsoft, Seagate, and others. And most of these vendors have been supporting Newegg for many, many years. As part of this business model, we created QSPEC, QSPEP program, and which stands for Quarterly Strategy Partner Execution Planning. And this program, we help to plan, execute, and measure common goals in alignment with our vendors. And this is a top-down involvement from the executive team all the way to the day-to-day execution teams, consisting of several elements designed to deliver the very best customer experience. We have created mutual interest alliances with our vendors, which both sides evaluate each quarter. So at the end of the day, Newegg is not only providing better value to its end users, but it's also providing value-added services to its vendors. For example, we increase brand awareness of our sellers by sharing their product on social media, displaying a rich content and product specification and also in-depth product reviews, all with the goal of helping our vendor partner connect with customers more deeply. Also, with the strength of over 600 plus of the programmer and MIS and the developers, Newegg has built a very strong business intelligence program which is able to analyze them, share consumer behavior data, and work closely with our vendor and sellers. And this is how we differentiate Newegg from many retailers and e-tailers. Our second business model is the marketplace platform, where we charge tier commission depending on nature of the products and services to select third-party sellers. Through our global selling initiative, we are able to recruit quality Asian Pacific sellers, specifically from China and Taiwan, into our platform. And our sellers have all the tools they need to take control of how to use their benefit, all of what we offer through our channel, including a very complicated order management system for tracking pricing and inventory that direct sellers use. We are also offer tools for monitoring and measuring sponsored product advertisement, tools for the creation of the A+ content, and the business intelligence to understand where customers encounter their brands and products. And furthermore, where we differentiate our marketplace from larger players is with our support team. We offer a hands-on approach vendors won't find anywhere else, and this is so important for selling into the United States. Marketplace sellers work directly with our support team of e-commerce experts, not just someone who only knows how to read from a script. Our experts advise sellers on growth tactics and e-commerce best practices, solve technical issues in real time, and deliver value at every point of business cycle. Our third business model, which we call the NPS Newegg Partner Services, we provide logistic, advertising, and technology solutions to our sellers and vendors. And some of these services we discussed already: the advertising service, marketing service, the seller portal, and business intelligence tools. So within this Newegg Partner Services, a key driver is our fulfillment service, shipped by Newegg, offered to our vendors. We have over 2 million square feet of warehouse spaces in 4 key markets in United States and Canada. We can handle warehousing, pick and pack, shipping and return for sellers and vendors. Averagely, we ship 99.6% of our orders on the same day and deliver almost anywhere in the United States in 1 to 2 days. Shipped by Newegg products are branded so customers are confident that they are getting the quick, reliable fulfillment that Newegg is known for. Our logistic network fulfills not just product purchase on Newegg, but across any major sales channel. So if our vendors are selling on Amazon, Walmart, or eBay, or doing business on their own Shopify site, they can use Newegg as their third-party logistic provider and consolidate their 3PL costs. If our vendor want to direct engage with US customer through great video content, we'll do that for them too. Our media service can produce anything from social media and editorial to live streaming and commercial productions. So let's take a look. Additionally, if our vendor do not have an e-commerce presence on their own domain, our tech services team can build an all-in-one home for their cross-border business to manage inventory, process transactions and EDI, and track business intelligence. We deliver it all. So at Newegg, we are redefining what an e-commerce company does. We provide vendors and sellers, particularly those who want to successfully bridge the gap between Asian and US market, a comprehensive tool set for selling online that sets us up for mutual success. Thank you so much.